Welcome to 5 Minutes of Faith. So glad you joined me again. Apostle Trevor Banks here. We started a study on meditating. It is the decade of declaration. And we looked a little bit at what meditation means when God told Joshua to meditate in his word day and night and not let the book of the law, his word, depart out of his mouth. It's so important, child of God, that you keep the word in your mouth, that you not replace the word with murmuring or complaining or always questioning God as to when or why or how or where or whatever. But keep the word in your mouth, because the word in your heart secures your salvation. The word in your mouth will transform your environment. We have the ability, like God, to create the world around us, to establish certain things through language, the language of the kingdom. So it's real important that you learn this and you allow that word, that river, to flow out of you into your environment. You know, the Lord himself, he says that his word will not return unto him void, but as the rain comes from heaven in Isaiah 55, and waters the earth and does not return unto it, that his word will not return unto him void, but will accomplish what he sent for it to accomplish. Now, that word has to find someone. It has to find a host, someone here in the planet that is willing to speak that word out. The word is distomos. Paul called it a two-edged sword. It's a sword with two edges on it. The Romans used them. Back in the Roman times, they were small swords, but they were very deadly. They had two edges on them. One edge, I like to think, was sharpened when God spoke the word. But the two-edged sword, or the other side of the sword, is sharpened when you speak the word. And the word in your mouth is just as powerful as the word in God's mouth. Always remember that. And that sword, Paul, in describing it, said it was a deadly weapon. It's a weapon against all adversity, against darkness. It's the sword of the Spirit, the word of God. So how important to speak the word over your children, over your body, over your finance, over your family, over all situations, because God's will is for man, his church, and mankind to have dominion in this earth realm. It's up to you. Our part of the covenant that God has cut with our father Abraham, our part is to keep that word in our mouth. The same principle was spoken not only to Joshua, but to Timothy. Paul told Timothy to meditate on the things in 1 Timothy chapter 4. He said, meditate on these things, give yourself wholly to them. And the word meditate, mutter, speak, talk, decree, declare, think deeply about. But meditate on these things and give yourself wholly to them, that your profiting may appear unto all. In other words, Paul was saying, Timothy, you keep meditating on these things and there will be a manifestation. How important is that today? People know what we can do, but now people, the world, needs to see what God can do and what God is doing. And he's going to do it to his church. So, in Psalm 1:2, the word says, talking about the man that walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the way of the sinner, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. It says, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law does he meditate day and night. My friend, take time, or let me say, make time, because you're not going to find it. You're going to have to make it. Make time with God. Become intimate with him. Steal away. Be still and know that he's God. Take time to get the word in your mouth. If you speak it in the closet, if it's self-talk in the mirror, speak the word of God out. What does God say about you? Not what someone else said. What does God say? Until it's so ingrained in you that you finally take hold of your true identity. You are a child of God. Listen, my time's up, but remember this. You don't need a whole lot of faith. Just use what you've got. All right? Until next time, God bless you.